What is happiness? How to achieve happiness? Can money buy happiness? I've tried to find answers to these questions, and I like the quote by Bob Marley. Money is numbers, and numbers never end. If it takes money to be happy, then your search for happiness will never end. Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I'm here to speak on the topic, money cannot buy happiness. Happiness comes from within, not from possessions that can be bought. Beyond the ability to pay your bills, happiness is a state of mind which can be short-lived if you base it on physical objects and numbers in an investment portfolio. Once you allow money to become your source of happiness, you will never be satisfied. You will always want more. With technology introducing new products at lightning speed, there will always be a carrot dangling for you to reach for. On the other hand, when you look at photos of trips you have taken, nature that inspired you, friends and family, people who captured your heart in different ways, it probably fills you with a sense of joy. Material goods can't compare with happiness. Experiencing and savoring special moments can fill our heart up in a way money cannot. Of course, we still need to pay our bills and save for the future. We will sleep better tonight knowing that we have built enough of a nest egg for us to retire and live independently for as long as possible. We often hear ourselves say, I need this or I need that, with ads in our faces all the time telling us what we need. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish between what we need and what we want. Make sure you have enough money for basic necessities. Reserve funds for things that fuel your passion. Start by understanding your true self and values. Find happiness within yourself where you are today. Think, what are you grateful for? What investments would you like to deposit in your memory bank to build on for the rest of your life? Call a friend, take a nature hike, or read a great novel. Then reconsider whether buying things truly gives you happiness. If it does, by all means, go for it. But if it's just a passing whim, you might want to save that money for a rainy day. Thank you.
From Sir B, I'm here to say a few sentences about money can't buy happiness. Happiness comes from giving, not from getting. You can give happiness to others, and money can't buy peace of mind. And money can heal our relationship too. Money can buy things, but money can't buy happiness. There's more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. There's more time is valuable than money. So it's not about how much we get. So it's about how much we enjoy. So I strongly believe that money can't buy happiness. Thank you.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. My topic is books are the windows to the world. Ralph Lauren says books open windows to the world and have the power to transform lives. Literature as windows allows a reader to stand safely in her own identity while exploring a world beyond the current view. When books serve as windows, readers have the opportunity to consider new ideas, new ways of thinking, and to see themselves as a part of a larger community. Every time you look through them, you find a new side of the world to embrace, explore, and experience. And the resulting gains in perspective and ken are unparalleled. What an astonishing thing a book is! It's a flat object made from a tree, with flexible parts on which are imprinted funny dark squiggles. like a window onto other experiences. The books which help you the most are those which make you think the most. Reading transforms human experiences and reflects it back to us, and in that reflection, we can see our own lives and experiences as a part of a larger human experience. Reading then becomes a means of self-affirmation, and readers often see their mirrors in books. Thank you.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Warm greetings, honorable judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today I would like to speak on the topic, a good attitude brings success in life. There's famous saying in Tamil Tirukkural, "Ulluvadellam uyarullal matrathu thallinum thallamai neerithu," which means keep your thoughts always higher and try to achieve them. Even though they couldn't be achieved, do not lose hope. A positive attitude helps us cope more easily with the daily affairs of our life. It brings optimism into our life and makes it easier to avoid worries and negative thinking. If we adopt it as a way of life, it would bring constructive changes into our life and make them happier, brighter, and more successful. Once Thomas Jefferson said, "Nothing on earth can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude." Problems were, are, and will always be there. When we solve one problem, we should be prepared for another that will arise. This is a constant cycle, and we know that life has its ups and downs. It's important for us to face these downs with a good attitude and enthusiasm. Positive thinking and spreading the word can inspire others. A positive attitude leads to positive ideas. It helps in keeping stress at bay, it helps to boost our confidence, and also helps in taking good decisions. All birds find shelter during the rain, but the eagle avoids the rain by flying above the clouds. Problems are common, but the attitude makes the difference. A positive thinker is more happier and healthier than others. What Winston Churchill said, "A positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible." As a conclusive note, let's smile and greet a person whenever we meet a person for the day. That itself makes a change and brings a positive attitude in ourselves. Slowly it becomes a habit and gets into our muscle memory, and that will develop the right attitude in every task we do. Nothing is impossible. The word itself spells I am possible. Thank you.
Often, all of us wonder how to be successful in life. Well, the answer is written in these lines. Success is something we have to earn. Choice is yours. Redeem your turn. Follow your passion and you'll be fine. With the right attitude, you will shine. Good morning, esteemed judges, honorable teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I'm here to share my views on the topic, a right attitude brings success in life. It is said that if we want to walk on thorns, then our shoes should be pointed. Similarly, if we want to live a fruitful life, a life full of happiness and joy, then we need to develop the right attitude. As old Nightingale rightly said, our attitude towards life determines the life attitude towards us. Positive thinking is not the same as smiling or being cheerful. A positive mental attitude means that approaching every situation and challenge in life with optimism. Author Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, explains that health, happiness, and success depend on mindset and attitude. A right mindset attracts positive circumstances that increases the chances of success. A positive attitude is something that everyone can work on and everyone can learn how to employ it. Our mind is a garden filled with need to sow seeds of positivity and optimism to allow us to live a more fruitful and meaningful life. Of course, life isn't perfect. We all have our problems. The sun doesn't always shine. Rain falls on everybody. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam once said, "Oh, but eagle avoids the rain by flying above the clouds. All people can see that we have two ways to live a life. Either we can live like the birds who find shelter during the rain, or we can live like the eagle who instead of finding the shelter tries to fly above the clouds to avoid the rain. How you respond to the situation defines you. We should not give up and should not allow the problem to defeat us. Friends, comfort zone is a great place, but nothing grows over there. You have got to face problems in life. When you got a problem, don't say why me, say try me. Willingness to see the benefit in every difficulty seems a cliche, but it's the mark of successful people. I would like to conclude this by saying, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Thank you.
Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Money can't buy happiness. If it could, the rich people would have been the happiest people on earth. But the reality, however, is different. In fact, the rich and famous people are totally unhappy with their lives. This proves that money is not the key to happiness, nor is fame or power. Happiness cannot be defined easily, for the simple reason that it's relative. The things that make one person happy need not necessarily make another person happy. For example, kids are happy when they receive toys. An adult, however, is unlikely to find happiness in these objects. Healthy people, on the other hand, almost never appreciate their health. They are always unhappy in spite of being healthy because they want other things in life. Evidently, happiness means different to different people. You can be rich, famous, good-looking and healthy and still be unhappy with your lives. At the same time, there are some other people who lead perfectly happy lives in spite of the very few things that they have in life. Evidently, now we know that happiness is a byproduct of contentment. Finding happiness is not all that hard. It just requires one to be satisfied with what one has. Generally speaking, wanting things that one does not have is the main cause of unhappiness. The moment we learn to count our blessings, we automatically find happiness. Setting up realistic goals may also help as it allows us to have a purpose in life. To sum up, it is evident by now that happiness is a difficult topic as it's a relative concept. But I believe that having too much money not only creates issues in personal and family relationships, but also deprives one of a healthy and peaceful way of life that can be enjoyed with sufficient money. Thank you.
Books open windows to the world, and they have the power to transform lives. Greetings to all. Today I am going to speak on the topic, books are the windows to the world. We all know that. Window is an opening in the wall that lets in light and air. Similarly, books are also windows that offer view of the world that may be familiar, strange, imaginary, or real. When books serve as windows, the readers have an opportunity to consider new idea and new way of thinking and to see themselves as a part of a large community. Books always give us something that we would be not getting from our own life experiences. Books give us broad perspectives of the world. It is very difficult to live in a room without windows, right? Actually, a house without book is like a room without windows. Without books, the development of civilization would be impossible. Nothing else he builds ever lasts. Nations perish, civilization grows old, monuments fall. Books give us knowledge. While reading, we learn something new which is valuable and informative in our future. The habit of reading makes us knowledgeable, improve our vocabulary, and make us a better personality. Books are our best companion. They're available to us whenever we need them. There's a famous quote by Barack Obama: "If you know how to read, then the whole world opens up to you." I would like to conclude my speech by saying that the habit of reading is one of the best qualities a person can possess. It can change the life of a person in a positive way. Thank you. Playing games are considered instrumental for sound mental and physical development. The trend of indoor games such as video games are proliferating and gaining fame among all age groups, from adolescents to adults. Good afternoon, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I would like to speak a few words on the topic: do video games promote violence? As we all know, in this age of sophisticated technology and information, children are more exposed to video games than compared to past decades. For quite some time now, video games that contain a significant amount of violence have been blamed for the growing amount of violence by young people. It is an irrefutable fact that shows that games that contain violence have a detrimental effect on children. Too much exposure to violent games can have long-lasting pernicious effect on young minds. Behavioral science has enough evidence that proves that individuals who grew up witnessing violence around them tend to manifest behavioral issues like aggression, fear, or even schizophrenia in their adulthood. The sexes of children to a large extent are incapable of differentiating between real and virtual experiences. The young minds of children, when repeatedly exposed to such violent stimuluses, goes into a fight or flight mode. To make matters worse, the body remains in this mode even after the violent visuals are gone. In the long run, the stress will subject the body to be a host of ailments. Thus, in the name of providing entertainment, these programs are actually holding our children's health to ransom. But fortunately, the situation can be turned around by following a few simple measures. If a child, for example, is too much into violent video games, the parents can coax them into watching other types of videos which are just as stimulating but not harmful, like speculating games, idealistic noodles, etc. To conclude, violence-littered games can cause personality disorder in children. It is an issue that needs urgent tackling by parents or other elder family members by using polite force or other distraction methods, which before the situation goes into a level beyond repair. Children are the future of our society, and protecting them from any adverse situation is the responsibility of every single individual as well as the government. A mentally sound child becomes responsible and also economically productive if he or she is protected from physical violence in the media. Thank you.
Money can't buy peace of mind. It cannot bring a meaning into a life that has none. Good evening to one and all present here. Today I am going to speak about why money can't buy happiness. A lot of people think that happiness can be acquired with the help of money, or that we need money to stay happy. But there are a few people like us who still believe that the best things in life are free. Many things that can make us happy cost nothing. Friends, families, and relations, all are priceless. These things cannot be bought, and that is what real happiness is about. Several people think that the material wealth or plain money can make them happy, or can buy the things they believe can make them happy. But the truth is, happiness is a difficult word to define. It cannot be measured in any way. Some people think that money can buy happiness, whereas others disagree. According to me, although having a lot of money will surely provide us with a lot of entertainment, but it cannot buy that love and happiness. A happy life comes from having good friends and family who really care about us. Our life becomes meaningful when we are around loved ones. The more rich a person is, the more unhappy is that person. For example, a man who runs throughout his life to earn money in different ways by his knowledge. At last, he stops at some point of time and looks back into his life. Then he only sees earning money and not even spending a single minute with his family or his personal happiness. So with this, we can understand that money can't buy happiness at any cost. The more wealthy a person is, the more worried is that person. People of today can buy many more things that can make them happy. They can even buy the costliest things like gold, diamond, houses, cars, etc. But the existence of all these does not give happiness to a person. So with this, I conclude my speech by telling that how much ever money a person earns, but if he doesn't have the time to spend that money happily, then it's worthless. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here. Today I am here to speak on the topic, life without internet. Internet is an umbrella term that usually deals with creating something out of nothing. Internet provides you with the virtual experience of playing games, online movies, streaming movies, creating presentation and the fact that entire work from home. Concept includes without the presence of currency coins, CDs, DVDs, charts, etc. And this is when one fine morning you wake up to only realize that internet ceases to exist. This is when one fine morning you wake up to realize that internet ceases to exist. Now, did you know that 40% of the total human population still does not have access to the internet? The biggest goal of internet has always been to make life easier, and surprisingly it is also the worst pain, as most people have become lethargic and find it rather difficult to find with the simple issues without the internet. Let us look at some of the things that would be affected if we lose internet temporarily. Social media. People nowadays use internet for social medias like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. Life is going to be very difficult for those who cannot afford to live without it. Email. Emails are certainly advantage over those local post office, which were too considered as a remarkable achievement back in the good old days over those paging posts, and without internet you cannot send an email. Work from home. People seem to love the idea of working from home, which includes attending cooperating meetings in your own pajamas. This is only possible due to the high-speed internet access we have today. Google. Imagine researching something without the help of Google. People would then go for print media to obtain this information. Cybercrime can also come to a standstill. To conclude, everywhere you look today, internet has been a major source of everyone's life. And although life without internet is possible, life is going to become boring, insufficient and ineffective. And internet has made man's life better in many ways. Thank you.
A day without internet is like a year without rain. Good afternoon, respected judges, beloved teachers, and my dear friends. Today I am here to speak about the topic, life without internet. Life without internet, is that even possible? For people like us, this is impossible because nowadays we are completely dependent on the internet for everything. The internet has positively changed the face of modern life communication and commerce. It has evolved to become one of the most important inventions in mankind's history. During the pandemic, we started to completely depend on the internet for everything. It is easier than ever to access the internet. The internet has already taken over each and every field. Tell me an area where internet is not being used. Education, industry, finance, teaching, learning, marketing, medicine, space research, entertainment, etc. Everywhere it is found. However, there are lots of people who have grown up without internet, who have been brought up without the reliance and dependence upon it. There was a peaceful and beautiful life without internet. Many years ago, people were more connected and spent more time talking with each other, sharing their thoughts. Internet may connect us with people in distance, but it keeps us away from people who are near to us. Nowadays, our Before the internet, children played fun outdoor and indoor games and enjoyed the beauty of nature. But nowadays, they are completely involved in mobile phones, laptops and tabs and gets addicted to video games and social media. Anyways, internet has also some advantages. It helps us to connect with friends and relatives who are miles far from us. It helps us to get everything in our hands. Nowadays, we even have these online platforms for shopping and everything reaches our doorsteps. It helps us to know what is happening all around the world and make communication easier throughout the globe. Now, anything can take place with just a click of a button. The internet is becoming the town square for the global village of the world. Now, I conclude by saying a quote of Stephen Hawking. We are all now connected by the internet, like neurons, the giant brain. Thank you.
Books are the treasured wealth of the world and the fit inheritance of generations and nations. Good morning to everyone present here. Today, I'm going to be speaking on the topic of books are the windows to the world. Books are like best friends to mankind. Even for a person who is physically challenged or unable to move from a place, books are still available to read right from the place from where you are sitting. Even great leaders and politicians have all been voracious readers of books. The knowledge gained from reading books can never be stolen from you and has a tendency to grow more the more you share it. Even in a long trip or a journey, books are the best accomplice. There is never a limit on the knowledge you can gain from the books that you read. Reading books can also minimize the chance of suffering from Alzheimer's disease, which is a disease that slowly causes memory loss. Reading books can also expand our vocabulary because we are always learning new words contextually. An eminent writer, Terry Mark, once said, "There are those who read great books and sleep, but the best leaders are those who read great books and put them into practice. Be one." So, my dear friends, books are the windows to the world and have the power to transform lives. Thank you.
A day without internet is like an year without a rain. Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and one and all present here. Today I am here to deliver a speech on the topic Life Without Internet. Could you spend a week or even a day without reading your messages or using social media? Someone recently joked with me that having internet access is more important than having food or water. Can you imagine life without internet? It's so hard, right? But let us just forget about digital life and come to our real life. If we think like that, we can increase our bonding with our family members and can find a happy place. If we do like that, we can develop our creative minds and many other things. Like we should know how to live in both sides with or without using internet. Computers didn't exist centuries ago. Those days they were happy without using them. But nowadays we need computers for granted and nothing can exist without them. Life would stop without computers. There are many dozens of information available on net. There are many services available on the net. What is more, you can download music, listen to music, download films, can even read foreign radio stations, read newspapers or magazines, etc. We can even sell or purchase various products. In addition, we can also transfer money through internet. In conclusion, the above mentioned reasons, I strongly believe that it is eligible nowadays to use the internet. Internet is not only a pleasure pastime but also a way of education and also a workplace which led us to lead more convenient life. If we use it only with its advantages and its only positive aspects, it will be sure that it will lead you a better developed life. I would like to conclude my speech by saying, internet is big, so powerful and pointless, but that is something important for everyone. Thank you. The proverb, money cannot buy happiness, states that money can only get materialistic things like cars, houses, and also we can live a luxurious life too. there is no shop where we can go and buy happiness. So we can say money cannot buy happiness. With the money, we can get a lots of ways of entertainment, but it cannot give us happiness and emotions. So we can say money cannot buy happiness. We can get happiness when we are around our friends, family who cares about us. We get happiness when we are around our loved ones. Our life becomes meaningful when we are around our loved ones. But money can only get us materialistic things like cars, houses. It cannot get us relations by heart. Money can get us relations, but it lasts for a short while. So, we can say money cannot buy happiness, but happiness can get us more money. Thank you and have a nice day.
Money cannot buy happiness and nor will it. There is nothing in its nature to produce happiness. The one who has more of it wants more. Good morning, respected judges and all my friends. Today I will be speaking on the topic, money cannot buy happiness. Many people think that happiness can be acquired with the help of money, or you need money to be happy. But still few of us think that the best things in life are free. The things which make us truly happy cost nothing. Family, friends and relatives are priceless. Family, friends and relatives are priceless. These things cannot be bought, and this is the real happiness all about. This is the real happiness all about. Several people think that material wealth or plain money can buy them happiness. Family, friends and relatives are the people who have been with us throughout our life, and every memories are created with us and them, and the stories behind our homes, uses and embarrassment are because of them. No money on the planet Earth could pay for them. Hence, memories are created and that cannot be paid off. All of us think our friends as treasures. Friends are the people who like us for what we are and who we are. Friends, we cannot buy true friends with the help of money, or money can't outstrip true friendship. We would be very sorrowful without our friends to tell our secrets to and lean on their shoulders when we need it. I have personally seen people who buy clothes, accessories, food, but that only lasts for a few times, and again it goes to demonstrate money cannot buy happiness. We don't really. I have heard about an actress who died due to depression. She was all alone during her last time. She did not have family or close friends to take care of her. We don't analyze how important friends, family and relatives are. But when we really analyze it, we get to know the best things in the world are free in the world. Money cannot buy happiness, but happiness can get you more money. Thank you.
We are living in dystopia, in a world that is dominated by technology and disconnect, loneliness and dysfunction, is a well-known quote by Steve Wilson. Welcome, one and all present here. Today, I stand before you to share my thoughts about the topic, life without internet. Internet is a paranormal word that has drastically changed our lives in only 4 short decades of its existence, since it was invented in the very beginning of 1983. Most of the billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos are billionaires because of internet-like technology. The biggest boon of internet is to make our life easier. Internet is omnipresent and has overpowered us. Imagine a world without internet. Our life would be standstill. Visualize our life without seeing messages or mails